Joe, for those brief remarks. I've certainly enjoyed my time serving with President Chris Young and her treasurer, Howard Pebley, with you and your treasurer, Dave Hansen, with Al and Gracie and the rest of the officers during my term as an AGC officer. You know, in this outfit, every president comes in with a theme and a slogan. Chris's was every member matters, strength through unity. Joe's is building connections. And mine is going to be building knowledge. In 2006, the AGC was named one of 9 remarkable associations by the American Association of Association Executives. Now, that's a lot of associations that are involved in that. But they have over 1,000 members. Then President Harry Mashburn made a comment at the time that struck me. He said, "Great organizations keep clear the difference between their core values, which never change, and their operating strategies and cultural practices, which endlessly adapt to the changing world." This association was created in 1918 at the request of President Woodrow Wilson. He felt our industry needed to unify its participants in order to provide a voice for the industry, to encourage continued investment in construction as World War I came to an end, to deal with quality issues. The contractors who got together in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and they met there because it was a nice location and they wanted to get away from their business, but they agreed that the tasks of this association should be securing better contracts, coordinating among owners, engineers, and contractors, and presenting a united front to organize labor. From the succession of speeches at an event organizing this association in New York City, a handful of objectives emerged. Establish a code of ethics, provide for the mutual aid, cooperate with other associations, fend off outside attacks, and generate much needed good publicity for the construction industry. Well, a lot has changed since then, but really, there are a lot of similarities between our goals, priorities, and core values now compared to then. AGC has established a reputation as a group that's able to analyze a situation, provide real-world suggestions from industry practitioners to develop potential solutions to the problem, and engage all involved parties until a resolution can be worked out. Those of us who have been involved in AGC at our local chapters understand how important it is to be an active participant in dealing with the issues that face us so that the resolution is well thought out, improves the overall condition, and moves us forward to our goal. The same can be said of our involvement with the AGC of America. Our staff represents us well, both at the local level and in DC. But in order for this association to remain at the top of the heap, we need to have our membership participate in the dialogue, as well as to occasionally dig in with some serious commitment in order to handle the stuff that needs to get done. And AGC is involved in a lot of stuff. Call it whatever you want to. I call it building knowledge. Since our founding, AGC has endeavored to build knowledge about all aspects of our industry, from fighting the perception that contractors are amoral business people with little capital and bad credit whose only purpose is to get a job and get it done, to the concept that promoting that we have a well-educated workforce who are paid a good wage, who can safely and productively create a finished project which fulfills the owner's needs in every discernible way. Building knowledge is predicated on the fact that by developing a thorough understanding of an issue, people naturally respond in a fashion that's in the best interest of a satisfactory outcome relating to that issue for all involved. Of course, that's the theory in a perfect world, and we all know sometimes this is not a perfect world. The AGC will continue to build knowledge of our members' employees, whether it's creating craft worker training through our collaboration with NCCER, providing our superintendents training through the Supervisory Training Program series, teaching courses in LEAD, conducting building information modeling certification, or creating our Lean Construction Education program. We provide Project Manager course for mid-level managers and the Advanced Management course for executive-level corporate executives. AGC has the ability to build knowledge at all levels of our staffs. In the upcoming year, we'll continue to provide members with the proven programs that we have. We'll revise those that have gotten stale, and we're going to develop new programs where they're needed. We've long been a supporter of building knowledge among our colleges and universities through our early participation in the establishment of the accrediting body for construction management programs and our collaboration with the Associated Schools of Construction. We have over 200 student chapters throughout the country, and there's about 130 of them that are currently very active. They're sponsored by our local and regional chapters. This has helped to ensure that the graduates of these programs enter our industry with a great deal more knowledge about our business than those who graduate with ordinary business or civil engineering degrees. I hope that each of our members will accept their student chapter or university requests to speak at a meeting or a class, provide field trips, and engage the future leaders of our industry when the request comes. Or if the request doesn't come, take the bull by the horns and initiate contact yourself with these groups in order to build their knowledge about the work that we do and the opportunities that exist in this phenomenally interesting industry. We'll also build knowledge about the legal requirements associated with running our businesses, from the state-by-state matrix of construction law requirements or our continued development of consensus docs, an extensive family of contract documents that fairly delegates risk to the party most able to manage it. We will continue to build knowledge in the halls of Congress. We'll inform our members, or the members of the House and Senate, about the funding that's necessary in order to maintain our water, sewer, roads, and bridges. No matter how much is written and how many interactions our lobbyists have with our elected leaders, the most effective way to make inroads is for you, the industry practitioner, to interact directly and personally with the politicians and their staff members. You need to work with our elected leaders and their staff in order to build knowledge about how the legislation they are crafting is going to affect our members and the overall economy. You have to let them know when their policies don't make sense and when they're sterling. Past President Jim Sapika sent me an email congratulating me on my upcoming presidency, wherein he reminded me that during his term as an AGC officer, he made 6 different trips to the White House. While I have yet to receive my first invitation, our interests will continue to be heard by Congress as well as the administration. AGC will continue to build knowledge within the engineering community and the owner community through our participation with the various specification writers, like the Federal Highway Administration and the State Departments of Transportation. Our AASHTO AGC ARTBA Joint Committee is the longest continuously operating joint committee in existence. AGC participates with the Corps of Engineers to revise their safety manual, and our relationships with the Navy, the Natural Resource Conservation Service, the Bureau of Reclamation, and the State Department will result in meaningful revisions to many of their contractual requirements. We have an ongoing relationship with the Construction Users Roundtable as well as the Private Industry Advisory Council, where we build mutual knowledge between our members and the owners about everything from scheduling and BIM and LEED to safety and risk management. I've enjoyed my time with the AGC over my career, and I look forward to serving you, our members, as the volunteer leader of this great association. My wife, Ellen, and I look forward to visiting as many chapters as we can and meeting with all of the wonderful people who make up this unique industry that we have derived our livelihood from for our entire life. I want to thank all of my friends, my competitors, and the weather-weary members of the AGC in North Dakota who made their way to this meeting in a gesture of support for me. And I look forward to working with my treasurer, Brian Burgett, Senior Vice President Al Landis, and Vice President Chuck Greco as we help our talented staff, headed out by Steve and Dave, to make 2013 a banner year of building knowledge for both the AGC of America and for all of our members. Get an issue and read it.